What did you see when you watched that fight?
Look, Floyd needs to keep doing what he's doing, which is fighting complete tomato cans who we've never heard of before. I've never seen anybody in the history of America get so rich and so famous out of having complete wimps throwing punch at their faces. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, it's happened before. What about Rihanna? Shame on you. Classless. I will not stand for that. I will not stand for that.
You were guilty of money laundering.
Allegedly.
You told me.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Definitely.
Definitely.
What did I say? Allegedly? No, that's right.
You haven't fought at light heavyweight since 2005.
I haven't
that's a long
lost
time.
at light heavyweight since 2005.
Okay.
Longest undefeated streak in the company today, 8 years.
Do you have a specific strategy that you're going into this thing on Saturday?
Yes.
Besides just winning.
I'm going to put my chin down, I'm going to walk across that cage, and I'm going to put him on his ass.
Yep, cable TV, it's awesome.
Well, you know what it's like to be me. I'm always getting pulled over and harassed. People assume I'm a rapper. You know my flow. Young man with money and a fancy car, it's rough.
There is going to be a new sheriff in town, 185 perfectly woven pounds. And you're looking at him, Harvey, and you got him on the show, by the way. And I felt it. This is real hair, everybody. I felt this before the show.
Good. Is there anything else you'd like to tell America at this point?
No, other than the fight is Saturday. Did we mention that? The best fighters in the world fight on pay-per-view. I don't find title fights. Title fights find me. I don't look for main events. Main events look for me. I'm the most interesting man in the world. I'm the reason Waldo is hiding.
Now, that is one I have not heard from you yet today. That's creative. Very nice.
They brought 2 cameras in because I got 2 of these things.
Oh, boy.
One
John,
for each of you.
John, not
the
me.
largest arm, the greatest charm, and all the harm, and it's coming Saturday night to the sold-out Newark, New Jersey. Get to a television. Don't ask your mom. Don't ask your dad. Parental guidance is not needed. You've got permission from the soon-to-be champion Chael Sonnen. Push the buy button, sit down, and witness history.
Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC.
Ariel, is that camera big enough to take in the largest arm in Westland, Oregon that has found its way to Houston, Texas? Because that thing looks a little bit small.
Yeah, I think it is.
All right, well, then we can continue.
What was your reaction when you heard the Silva quotes that he was going to break all of your teeth and that you weren't going to be able to walk from the octagon?
Well, that's like the big threat in Brazil. You know, we're going to send you to the dentist. He's not the first Brazilian to tell me that. The only resentment and confusion I have is the implication like they've got dentists on every other block in Brazil. You know, there's something wrong with your tooth in Brazil. Some guy, some witch doctor waves a fish bone in front of your face and hopes your mouth feels better. I was in Las Vegas when the Nogueira brothers first touched down in America. There was a bus this is a true story. There was a bus that pulled up to a red light, and Little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse. This really happened. Do you believe me that happened?
Not really.
He tried to feed a bus a carrot, and now you're telling me that country has computers? I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Do you really believe that Minotauro thought that a bus was a horse?
That happened. Now that happened. He stuck that carrot in the grill, and his brother was, whoa, big fella, like that. I couldn't believe he might have thought it was a llama or a cow.
All right, I'm here with Chael Sonnen. Chael, first of all, congratulations on a dominant performance. You imposed your skill set. You did everything you wanted to do. How happy are you with your performance tonight?
Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck.
We fought for 5 rounds. He gets a submission in the 5th. Now, I didn't understand the rules. I thought if you tapped, you lost that round. So I won the first 4, and then he's going to win the 5th, and we're going to go to the judges. It turns out I got to plead ignorance, but now I know.
How did you not know the rules?
You did know that? I issued him in writing. I sent it over my demands. He leave the UFC for no less than 12 months. He issued an apology to the fans. Simple things. And he erected a statue in my likeness in his living room that he bowed to each evening. He didn't accept them.
One more thing you were accused of, and then we'll move on to other stuff that you're not accused of, because I'm interested.
Being a charming, good-looking badass, guilty as charged.
Okay.
That fight's happening at 185 pounds. When you first walked onto the set today, I noticed that you look huge.
217, muscle steel and sex appeal.
Well, first off, I offer absolutely zero apologies. And secondly, listen guys, if you're not willing to go too far, you will never go far enough in life. And I don't care. I don't promote fights, I pick fights. I'm like John Jones, I sound like Sean Combs, and I got trombone-sized stones like John Holmes. Well, listen, if you knew your funeral was coming up, you'd probably have some party words as well. You know, it's nice to see the real Anderson come through. I don't mean his funeral in a morbid way, but it's a funeral of a career, man. This is coming to an end. On 7/7 at 7 p.m., 10 in the East, and only on pay-per-view. Chael Sonnen Promotions, in conjunction with Zuva LLC, will bring to you Sonnen vs. Silva 2, the end. He will step aside, and the man will walk through. Chael Sonnen's not going anywhere.
For him to be able to strike with me standing up, he has to be a magician. It's impossible for him to stand up with me.
Why are you asking questions in English? Anderson sits here like he doesn't understand you. Ed Soros interprets, and we got to hear it a second time. First off, he speaks English, and second, we could replace Ed Soros with an app I could download for $9.99. This is the strangest thing I've been part of. You know, people ask me if I wanted to go to Brazil for the fight. Sure, it'd be neutral territory. Anderson lives in a mansion in Beverly Hills. Las Vegas, Nevada is closer to him than it is to Westland, Oregon. He's got home court advantage. What are we even doing here, guys? This is insanity. He sits over and pretends he doesn't speak English? Come on. You're pretending you're the world champion. I can't believe that walks around with a fake belt. That's insane! I would never do that! Oh, boo! Oh, you went too far with the fake belt.
It's kind of like the way you speak Portuguese, right, Joe?
Exactly. $9.99 app on my iPhone. Yeah, you know, you gotta understand, you have to earn pressure. If I just walked into this thing and I was green and it was my first time at the dance, I wouldn't have anything expected of me. I have earned the right to feel pressure. And you know, it doesn't matter how I feel. Happy, sad, sick, indifferent on 7/7 at 7 p.m., 10 in the East, and only on pay-per-view. They are going to call my name, and my music hits those speakers. I'll put that mouthpiece in, and I will make that walk because I said I would. I signed a contract, and I'll do it. No matter how I feel, no matter about pressure or anything else. And that ref says fight, I will. Listen, man, his record speaks for itself. He's a good, durable fighter. He's the champion, but I am the best. And there can be only one. I'm not going to make any apologies for that. You know, he's done a good, solid job. He's a durable guy. I'm a world-class athlete. He's a martial artist. I'm a cage fighter. And there's a tremendous difference. And on Saturday night, there'll be one more in the win column, one more for the highlight reel, and one more for the bad guy. No, I don't. You know, there's no gamesmanship here with me. I'm not trying to get in his head. I don't even really know what that means. You know, look, he erupted. The real Anderson came through. You know, he tried to talk down to me like I'm Vitor Belfort and I'm going to wilt and go in the corner. The fact is, I've been picking a fight for 2 years, and it looks like I found what I'm looking for. Well, listen, it's like anything in life. You know, you put one foot in front of the next either way. After this fight, I will do the same thing I always do, which is take my Aunt Paulette out and get her a lobster tail. People say it shouldn't be personal. Well, it is personal. This guy's come over to my house and he's trying to steal, and I'm going to meet him at the door with closed fists, and that's the way it's going to go. Okay? I don't offer an apology. I don't really care. And if he wants to act like his feelings are hurt, well, where's he been the last 2 years? Where was he the 4 years before that? Where was Rich Franklin at before that? I called these guys. I've been the best for a long time, and I didn't get my shot. And I really don't give a damn if it hurt his feelings. Well, I gotta plead ignorance on that first fight. And you're right. I thought if you tapped, it ended the round. I did not know that the contest as a whole would come to a conclusion. I do now know. So that is clear up. As far as deserving of a rematch, man, I don't get that talk. That's just ridiculous talk right there. You know, I'd love to give everybody a match. When I win this championship, I will never be a closet champion. The most frustrating thing about being an athlete in this sport is that you only get to compete 3 times a year. As a wrestler, I'd beat 8 or 9 guys in one day. And, you know, I don't get that who deserves and who, man, if you're 185 pounds and you say my name, I will give you a beating the same as anybody else.
This question is for Chael, over here to your left. I was just curious if you feel a lot safer about this fight now that it's been moved to Las Vegas.
Well, you might want to check your local paper. You guys aren't exactly a haven for civility at all. Just because we're in Las Vegas, all of a sudden, you start roaming around late at night. But, man, victory. All I can tell you is it's going to be a hard fight, you know. It's like we just had to do this primetime show, and they come out and they get ready to spar, and so they say, hey, should we turn the cameras off? I said, well, hey, we turn the cameras off. No, but you're going to spar, he's going to study that. It's like, guys, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to walk out there as soon as I get the chance. I'm going to wait for him to throw a kick like he always does. I'm going to put my forehead in his chest, run him into that cage, put him on his prissy little ass, and run this into his head for 25 minutes or until he gives up. All I can tell you is that Chael of today could beat up Chael 2 years ago. And Chael 2 years ago